All right, good morning. Hope you been having a good one and starting off to a good year. And we're a few days into 2024, and I already once put the wrong year on something. Quickly fixed it, but I did put the wrong year on something. This camera's kind of off a little bit. Whatever. But anyway, so yesterday's workout went well. Upper body focus, and so there was chest involved, there was some shoulders, there was a little bit of back, or some back and buys and tries. So exercises, 5 sets for each exercise, each body part. And today is not part of the scheduled program, but still going to get some additional work in, some other body parts like calves, abs, and also some buys, tries. So it's a little bit of, and forearms too. And it's going to push through those workouts. None of them are too fatiguing. And so the rest sets between them will be pretty quick, and be able to crank out today's workout and then get to work. New year, a lot of stuff going on, and some new people joining the team, getting them rolling and getting them up to speed. We have a big event coming up in less than a month that we're trying to put together, put all the finishing touches and all the things that we have to do for that, and to get it solid and strong. And so that should be good. That should be exciting, and pump for that event. We've done one of them before, so it's gonna be similar but different at the same time. And so we want to make things solid for those that take the time to go out to the event and help their business. But let's go back to the gym a little bit more, and where we're at with some progressions here. And so been measuring my weight, and also been measurement around the circumference of my belly button area, and then around my hips or whatever. That's kind of like the big part around where your butt is and around. And that's been going down with the nutrition plan my coach has got me on, slimming down a little bit, and so that's been going down steadily. So it's kind of weird, like it's, even though if you might be in a caloric deficit, at least for me, it's not like it's just a straight line down. Sometimes it pump up a little bit, but sometimes I notice, quite often for me, is my weight stays the same for a while, and then it will drop. Now, it could mean my scale is not the most amazing scale. It's a digital scale, and so it's not catching every little micro nuance, and and it rounds it, whatever, but which is fine, but still gives the general idea of where things are moving. But it's been at this particular spot. Now it's at the low, but it's been at this range for a bit. So I'll ask my coach on what he thinks about that and what we need to do. Everything could be right. Everything, things could be whacked off. Things could be close, little. The point I'm bringing up is I don't know. I don't exactly know what to all expect. And now the coach, shares some things, but all at the same time, I don't know everything, and you can't share everything all at once. It's just too much information, which is why it's important to be asking questions to make sure you understand. And asking questions is important. It's one of the most important things that we can do to grow and improve. But for a salesperson, it also is one of the most important things to do as a salesperson is to ask questions, and of your prospects, of your leads, of your referral partners. You're asking them questions. We shouldn't be spending our time telling or talking, and our time talking should be spent more asking questions. And there's study after study is where they look at the sales performers of a particular company, and they'll measure, okay, what's the differences between the top salespeople and the bottom salespeople. And one of the studies, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was like a 30-minute call or however long the call was, a little bit longer, and the salesperson, the bottom salespeople, they were talking for 30 minutes of the time. That's what the bottom performers. And how much of the time was the top 10% of performers talking when they were with the prospect? 12 minutes. That's less than half of the talk time of the bottom performers. And so of the 12 minutes is a small fraction. I forget how long the sales calls were that they were on average were doing, but it's a small fraction of the overall talk time between them and the prospect. And so there's a saying that if you want to sell, ask, don't tell. And I heard that a long time ago. Didn't make that up. But if you want to sell, you need to ask questions. Now, is the sake of asking questions what closes the prospect? No. Well, not directly. Of course, when you ask questions and get to know somebody and what their pains are and their desires and what they want and needs are, is you're developing rapport and they have a more favorable opinion of you, for sure. Absolutely. That absolutely helps, simply just by asking questions when you really want to know, really want to learn. But the big part of it is that when you're asking questions, you learn what's important. You learn what is needed and necessary for that person to make the buying decision to you. And assuming you have the solution for what they need. So we'll just remove that out of the equation, just assume that you do. And so asking a question allows you to know what's going on. Know what worries. What need does this service that you offer or product you offer potentially fulfill? Right? And it comes from them. It comes from them. So it's not just you throwing off a bunch of features or even benefits to them. You don't want to throw off features and benefits to somebody without the context of what they're going through, what they're needing, wanting, trying to avoid, those types of things. Because if you talk a benefit to me, let's say you're a salesperson, you're talking to me about something, and you start telling me the benefits of your service and product, but that benefit doesn't meet my needs, it doesn't interest me, it doesn't really matter. Like for a loan officer, if they're, say, talking to a realtor and try to get the realtor to refer them clients, and the loan officer goes, yeah, and we have loan products that, can go down to 500 credit score, which is a low credit score. That's a feature, and the benefit would mean is, and would say something, and so that means that for your leads that you get that are lower, most lenders would have to deny them, is that we can get some of those approved and closed and make you more money. That's a benefit, right? But if that realtor then goes, all of my clients are grade A paper, 20% down, 800 client credit scores, that stuff doesn't interest me. Well, then you just shot yourself in the foot. Yeah, you presented a benefit to them, but it doesn't benefit that particular realtor because their clientele never falls into that range, right? And so it's important that even if you hear, hey, benefit sell, don't feature sell, yes, but you have to go the step forward, is that you only benefit sell when that benefit actually benefits that particular prospect. And so it's important. How do we do that? Is by asking questions, really learning the needs of your prospect by asking questions. So if you want to sell, ask, don't tell. All right, with that being said, just pulled into a parking spot. Have yourself a great day. Talk to you later.